There's an ingredient in one of Target's most popular snack products that has been completely banned across all 27 countries in the European Union. Not restricted, not labeled, banned. And it's sitting in shopping carts across America right now. We spent 6 weeks cross-referencing Target's private label ingredient panels against FDA additive databases, EU regulatory rulings, Consumer Report safety testing, and Environmental Working Group food scores. 8 brands came back flagged. 3 genuinely surprised us, in a good way. We're covering all 11 today. This isn't about avoiding Target. It's about knowing exactly what you're buying when the packaging says one thing and the ingredient panel says something else entirely. Because that gap between the clean design and the actual formulation is where this gets interesting. Brand 1, Market Pantry Fruit Snacks. The front of this package says, made with real fruit juice. That's technically true. It's also almost completely meaningless because ingredients 3 and 4 are high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup, listed separately, not a typo. Combined, those 2 entries appear before any fruit-derived content by weight. 1 pouch is 23 grams. It contains 11 grams of added sugar. That's 48% of the product by weight, as sugar, in something marketed toward kids. And then there's the dye situation. Red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, all present. These are petroleum-derived synthetic dyes. In 2007, a study published in The Lancet found a statistically significant link between these specific dyes and increased hyperactivity in children. The UK's Food Standards Agency required warning labels on any product containing them. The FDA reviewed the same study, acknowledged the findings, and did nothing. They remain GRAS, generally recognized as safe under current U.S. regulation. The swap is free. Good and Gather organic fruit strips, same store, same aisle, no artificial dyes, no high fructose corn syrup. If you're buying these for kids, this is the one change worth making today. Brand 2, Market Pantry, peanut butter. Real peanut butter has 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt. Market Pantry's standard jar contains added sugar, fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, and mono and diglycerides. The hydrogenated oil is there to stop the natural oil separation, which, for the record, is not a defect. Oil separation is what happens when peanut butter is made correctly. The processing exists to extend shelf stability and visual uniformity. Not for you, for logistics. Here's the one that most people miss. Mono and diglycerides are emulsifiers produced during fat processing and can carry trace trans fats, even in products that declare 0 grams per serving. That's not a loophole I'm inventing. In 2021, the Center for Science and the Public Interest documented it across dozens of major brands. The FDA allows a 0 grams trans fat label if the amount per serving is under 0.5 grams. Multiply that across daily use, and the number stops being negligible. The fix is literally 1 shelf over. Good and Gather natural peanut butter. Just peanuts and salt, same price bracket. We verified the label. It's one of the genuine finds in today's investigation. Brand 3, Good and Gather salad dressings. Good and Gather performs transparency. The packaging has that clean design, the no artificial preservatives call-out on the front. And to be fair, some of what they make holds up. The salad dressings are not in that category. Ranch and Caesar both list soybean oil as the primary fat. That sounds neutral. Here's why it's not. Soybean oil is approximately 54% linoleic acid and omega-6 fatty acid. A 2021 study in Nutrients found that chronic excess omega-6 intake, relative to omega-3, is associated with elevated systemic inflammatory markers. The ideal dietary ratio is roughly 4:1, omega-6 to omega-3. The average American currently runs at 20:1. Salad dressings with soybean oil as the base are a meaningful contributor to that number. Good and Gather makes an olive oil and vinegar dressing that sidesteps this entirely. It's not the one on the front of the display. It's worth finding. Brand 4, Good and Gather Flavored, Sparkling Water, Short Entry. Specific problem. Several flavored varieties contain both sodium benzoate and ascorbic acid, vitamin C, listed as separate ingredients. When these two compounds combine in an acidic liquid, they can react to form benzene. Benzene is a Group 1 carcinogen, classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as a confirmed human carcinogen. The FDA has known about this reaction since at least 2005. They launched a testing initiative after it surfaced in soft drinks. Their own 2007 survey found benzene levels above the EPA's drinking water standard of 5 parts per billion in several flavored beverages. Many brands reformulated after that. Good and Gather flavored sparkling water still carries both ingredients. I'll be transparent about what I don't have. Independent lab results for benzene levels in this specific product. What's documented is the chemistry. These two ingredients in an acidic solution produce benzene under normal storage conditions. The unflavored Good and Gather sparkling water contains neither additive, same price. Brand 5, Market Pantry, Breakfast Cereal. The Nova Food Classification System, developed at the University of São Paulo and now used by the Pan American Health Organization, classifies foods by processing level, not just nutrient content. The question it asks is, how many of these ingredients exist in a home kitchen? Market Pantry. Honey Nut Oats, Target's equivalent of Honey Nut Cheerios, contains acetylated distarch adipate, a modified food starch, and BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, a synthetic antioxidant used as a preservative. BHT is GRAS under FDA classification. The National Toxicology Program flagged it as a possible carcinogen in animal studies back in 1979. It's still in broad use in American cereals today. The cereal has 19 ingredients. 3 of them exist in a normal kitchen. A 2019 meta-analysis in the BMJ, tracking 105,159 adults over 5 years, found that every 10% increase in ultra-processed food consumption was associated with a 12% higher risk of cardiovascular events. That study didn't isolate BHT specifically, but it measures the category of food that Market Pantry cereal squarely belongs to. Brand 6, Favorite Day Ice Cream Premium-looking packaging. Matte finish, flavor-forward photography, the aesthetic of a small batch creamery. The formulation is something else. Real ice cream, cream, milk, sugar, eggs. Favorite Day Vanilla adds carrageenan, a polysaccharide from red seaweed used as a thickener, and polysorbate 80, an emulsifier. The National Organic Program banned carrageenan from certified organic products in 2018 after evidence emerged of gastrointestinal inflammation in animal studies. The FDA still permits it in conventional products. Polysorbate 80 carries its own profile. A 2015 study published in Nature by researchers at Georgia State University found that polysorbate 80 at doses comparable to human consumption disrupted gut microbiome composition in mice and was associated with low-grade intestinal inflammation. The FDA still classifies it as GRAS. Neither of these is a banned substance. Both are in a gray zone where the regulatory position and the emerging research don't fully agree. That's information you're entitled to have. Breyer's Natural Vanilla, which Target stocks, same price range, has 4 ingredients: milk, cream, sugar, tarragon. That's it. If you've been reading labels at Target and feeling vaguely unsettled, subscribe. We do this every week across different retail brands. But stay, because this next one is the reason I wanted to make this video. Brand 7, Favorite Day Frosted Cookies. You've seen these. The plastic tray, the brightly colored frosting, usually near the bakery section, always with a seasonal version on the shelf. They contain titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is a white pigment manufactured as nanoparticles, used to make frostings appear bright white. It's listed on the ingredient panel. It's not hidden. What most people don't know is what happened to it in Europe. In May 2021, the European Food Safety Authority completed a comprehensive multi-year safety review and concluded that titanium dioxide could no longer be considered safe as a food additive. The basis was genotoxicity, evidence of potential DNA damage in animal and in vitro studies. The EFSA doesn't use that word lightly. The EU formally banned titanium dioxide in all food products in August 2022. Banned. Across all 27 member states. In the United States, the FDA reviewed the EFSA findings, issued a statement in 2022 acknowledging the EU's decision, and declined to take regulatory action, citing differences in how the two agencies assess nanoparticle risk. I want to be precise. The EFSA finding was genotoxic potential, not a confirmed causal link to cancer in humans. This is not a "this causes cancer" claim. It is an accurate statement that the EU's primary food safety authority found sufficient evidence to remove it from the food supply, and the FDA chose a different conclusion from the same evidence. Those cookies are still on Target shelves today. The EU banned the ingredient in them 2 years ago. That's the story. Brand 8. Favorite Day coffee creamers, the flavored creamers, the seasonal ones, the everyday ones, the entire line. Ingredient 1, water. Ingredient 2, corn syrup. Ingredient 3, a blend of fully hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated vegetable oils. The FDA issued a ruling in 2018 requiring the removal of partially hydrogenated oils from food products because partially hydrogenated oil is the primary source of artificial trans fat, and the evidence on trans fat and cardiovascular disease is unambiguous. Most manufacturers complied. There are products still on the market under what the FDA calls enforcement discretion, a transitional window for legacy formulations. If a product contains partially hydrogenated oil, it contains trans fat. The label may say 0 grams. FDA rules permit the claim for any amount under 0.5 grams per serving. Across daily use, that's not a number that stays small. Check the ingredient panel, not the front. The panel. We expected to come out of this with nothing good to say about Good and Gather. These 3 genuinely surprised us. Good and Gather organic whole milk plain yogurt. Ingredients: organic pasteurized whole milk, live active cultures. That's it. USDA certified organic. Comparable to Stonyfield, often cheaper. This one is clean. Good and Gather extra virgin olive oil. California Olive Oil Council certified. Single origin. COSOC certification involves actual testing. It's not a marketing claim. A 2010 UC Davis study found that 69% of imported olive oils labeled extra virgin failed to meet the international standard. This one passes. Good and Gather unsweetened almond milk. Almonds, water, sea salt, gel and gum. No carrageenan, which most competing almond milks still use. Its absence here is deliberate and worth noting. This is one of the cleaner options in the category at any price point. You don't need to rebuild your grocery routine. Here's the practical framework. Stop buying immediately if you have kids in the house. Market Pantry fruit snacks. The dye evidence in pediatric populations is strong enough to make this a zero-cost swap. Good and Gather organic fruit strips is in the same aisle. Avoid on principle. Favorite Day frosted cookies. The EU banned the primary pigment in the frosting in 2022. That fact doesn't require any additional context. Check the label before buying again. Any Favorite Day creamer that lists partially hydrogenated oil. Any Good and Gather flavored sparkling water listing both sodium benzoate and ascorbic acid. Keep buying without concern. The 3 gems above. Good and Gather meat, produce, and simple dairy basics hold up reasonably well. The problems concentrate in the flavored, processed, and packaged lines. The broader issue isn't Target as a villain. Target didn't create GRAS loopholes, didn't design the FDA's enforcement discretion windows, didn't build the regulatory gap between US and EU nanoparticle standards. What they do is sell products under a clean label aesthetic that signals something the formulation doesn't always deliver. That gap is worth knowing about. You've now seen exactly where the gap is. That's the whole game, knowing which questions to ask and where to look for the answers. The same investigation into Whole Foods' 365 brand turns up something that surprised us even more. That one's already up. Remember, the front of the package is marketing. The truth is always behind the label.